Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I'm LaShonda Hoffman, your promotion coach, and I am here today to talk about my book, Building Online Relationships. All right, all right, all right. I'm hoping that this will help you get this book off your shelf if you bought it, or open it up in the Kindle or Nook that you ordered it on, because a lot of writers that I've been talking to who have the book haven't popped it open because they think it's a lot to do and it's overwhelming. And so I want to show you that it's not that overwhelming and that you can start promoting today with this book. So I want to thank you for stopping in today. This broadcast, as I said, is for the reader who has purchased this book, Building Online Relationships, or for the person who's thinking about buying it and wondering if it'll be helpful to them. First, I want to tell you that this book is not one of those books that you sit down and read from cover to cover. It's not one of those type of books. It's one of those books that you take a little bit from each month until you complete it. And so this is what this workshop that I'll be doing every night this month to show you how to get the most out of this book. All right, so let's get started. I will be talking about lessons. Instead of calling them chapters in the book, I call them lessons to ease them out a little bit. I will be talking about lessons 1 through 4 of the book to get you started in it. So, the first lesson is called calendar. And I am one who believes in a calendar. Hello, hello, welcome. I am one who believes in using a calendar. The calendar has saved me many times, and it's also what I call my promotion Bible. It helps me know what I'm doing with my promotion, what I need to do with my promotion, what I have not done with my promotion. And so I am one who believes in using a calendar, and I recommend you using one for your promotion just to keep you on track with things. I got this little calendar here at the dollar store, just $1. I don't recommend buying big, $20, $30, $40, $50 calendars unless you want to. That's your budget. You use what you want. But I just wanted something simple. This is a monthly, it's a yearly calendar, but it has a monthly plan. And if you can see, I use different colors. I have some red in there. I got a little black, like different things. And so these calendars is what you're going to be using to create your plan. And this also will keep you on track on knowing what you need to do. Hello, how you doing? Welcome. One of the things that I recommend to writers is to put the stuff down on your calendar. I have overbooked myself sometimes, and sometimes I'll schedule interviews with writers and they completely forget about it because they're not using a calendar. They're just throwing their stuff in there, and and they thinking, oh, I'll remember it. But if you're like me, I'm 49. Half the time I remember what happened yesterday, sometimes. And so my calendar is what I use to keep me on track, to make me look professional when I'm not thinking I'm professional. So I definitely recommend getting a calendar. That's the first piece of advice I offer you in this book, is to get a calendar. Put it on your market list and go get your calendar so you can use it for your promotion. And you're going to use this calendar throughout this whole book, and so you definitely want to have a calendar. If you're like me, I have two. One calendar, the monthly calendar, and then I have a calendar that I use for daily things, to put down what I want to do day by day. One of the tips that I want to offer is to use color pens. As I said, in my calendar, I have red ink and then I have black ink. And so you can use the different colors to make your stuff stand out to you in your calendar. For me, my red ink is stuff that I do for SoarMag, and then the black ink is stuff that I do for me to promote my things. Maybe you might use blue to do your blog posts, a green to do interviews that you're having. So definitely use different colors to make your stuff stand out on your calendar, because you want to be able to look at it and see what you got, at a glance, and see what you got for this week or what you got for this month. So the first lesson is calendar. If you have any questions, definitely put them in the comments, and I'll try to get them. If I can't get them during this workshop, then I'll come back later and answer them for you. All right, so see, the first lesson wasn't so hard. All I was doing was telling you to go get you a calendar and get started so you can start putting your things on there. And one of the things with your calendar is sometimes you already know different things that you need to do for the year. Maybe you're going to some events for the year, so put them down in the calendar. You got, like the Romance Slam Jam is this month. Somebody else is having the Perry Conference is this month. So you put all that stuff down on your calendar before you start. That's the first suggestion I definitely advise you to do. Another suggestion is to put down your personal things, anything that's happening with you and your family. Maybe you're, like this month is prom night, prom month. So I got to put that on there so I know not to schedule anything on my prom, not to schedule anything for graduation. Put all the personal information that you need on your calendar, down on your calendar before you start creating your plan, because you don't want to overbook yourself, and you want to make sure that you have your family business on your calendar first, because your family is important and you want to make sure that that does not interfere with your promotion. So that's another tip for your calendar. All right, so we're going to go to lesson number 2, promotion plan questions. So I give you 74 questions to answer in the promotion plan. I'm not going to go over all those 74. I'm going to give you maybe 5 just to give you an idea, because if you got the book, then you're going to go through it yourself. If you don't have the book, I'm giving you a little idea of what you can expect in these questions. This promotion plan questions are all about what do you want to do with your promotion, where you want to go, what you want to see, what you want to do, where you want to be. And so the questions are similar, something like, do you have a mailing list? You'd be surprised how many people don't have a mailing list. That's one question. So you just say yes or no. Will you have a blog tour? Is that something I want to do with my books? Put it down there. Have you scheduled chats? Some people don't even think about chats, and this is something you want to think about. If you're new to promotion, some of these questions will be confusing to you, but we'll get through them as we go through the book, and some of them might not be. So answer them as the best way you can, yes, no, or maybe. Have you set up book discussions? That's my question. Have you contacted online magazines so you can get some interviews done? Those are different questions that you need to answer. And this, for lesson 2, is about promotion. I want you to sit down and answer these questions. Take an hour maybe and sit down and answer these questions, because they will help you when it comes down to creating your plan. Most people, when they start promotion, they don't have a clue what to do. And so these questions are giving you ideas of what you can do with your promotion. Again, if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I will look for them and see if anything comes up, okay? And thank you, sir, for popping in with me to talk for my workshop. Okay, so lesson 2 was promotion plan questions. As again I said, it's 74 questions. Take your time and answer each question. You don't have to you don't have to answer all of them, but you want to be able to answer the ones that are going to help you with your book. And the thing about this book is a book that you will use for each book that you publish, because each book is different. Each plan that you create will be different. I'm doing a nonfiction book, so this year I will be sitting down and doing my promotion plan for my fiction book, which is totally different from my online relationship book. You have to so you take these 74 questions and answer them again and again for each book that you put out there, because each plan is different. Don't think that you can use one plan and use it all over each one. It won't work that way. Believe me, it won't. Okay, so next is lesson number 3. Who is your reader? So today, hello, welcome. Thank you. Today I had someone in my group. I have a promotion group. See you on the net promotions. I'll be putting some links and stuff inside the once this video stops. I'll put the links in there for you if you want to join the group. It's a great group. We help each other get our stuff out there, learn about promotion. I learn more from them. I'm the host, but most of the time I'm learning from them, which is a good thing. A lady came in and she said she wanted to know who her readers are. And the first thing I told her is she needs to sit down and figure out who her reader is. Before you even put that book out there on the shelf, you need to know who your reader is. You do. You need to know who that person is that you want to buy this book. Who is it that you want to buy your book? You might surprise yourself and think it's one person, then it's another. I had to revisit who I wanted for this book. My book. I said, oh, this book is for writers. All writers. not when I first started. I said, oh, it's for all writers, but it's not, because there's some writers out there that know how to promote. They've been doing it for years. They don't need that book. But the newbie, the person who just started their promotion, this person has not a clue. They don't know what social media is. They don't know what a reader is. They need my help. That's one of my readers, you know. And so then there's a person that's out there that says, you know what, I've been doing this for a while, LaShonda. I need some new ideas, something fresh. Then that's one of my readers, you know. And then there's a person that's out there who has a business and they need some help. You know, this book is all about how I got SORMAG out there in front of the readership that I built over 15 years. And so I had to start from the beginning and go and move up. And this book is all the lessons that I learned on how to promote myself, how to promote SORMAG and get it out there to the readership. Hello, how you doing? And so you have to, another reader of mine is the businesses. And some businesses that don't know anything about promoting, don't know anything about being online promoting. Offline promoting is a whole different ballgame. I don't even talk about that too much. I talk about online promoting. And so that's what this book is about. You got a business and you want to get online and you want to learn how to promote your business. This is the book for you. This is the book for you. Oh, great, Paula. I'm glad you're using it. It's definitely out there. It's all about becoming a social butterfly, getting yourself out there, because people can't buy from you if they don't know you exist. If they don't know that Paula has a travel business, how can they come and go say, hey, I need to go somewhere. Who can I talk to? If she doesn't say anything about you, never know. And some writers are like that. They're shy and they're scared. They don't want to say anything about their books, but then they say, I'm not selling. And you're not selling, why? Because you're not talking to people. You're not telling people who want to know about your books. And one thing that you need to know is, who is your reader? Where can you find your reader? What type of reader is your reader? So, for example, I call my reader Brenda after my mom. My reader is, as I said, it's one of my readers. I got 3 of them. My one reader is a reader who has just published her book. She just got it out there. She put it on the shelf, and she's like, what to do now? Do I create a plan? Do I do marketing? Do I buy some ads? This is my reader. She's probably maybe 45 to 62 years old, and she's making like $65,000. Those are the questions that I ask you in your reader's profile. So you take time in lesson 3, sit down. You might take a couple of days to fill this out, because you're thinking about it. You're wondering about what is it that you want your reader to be like. Who is your ideal reader? When you look at people, when you talk to people and they're saying something about you, my ideal reader, I'm not going to give her last name, but her name is Tessa. Tessa contacted me, and Tisa, sorry, not Tessa, Tisa. I got a sister named Tisa. Tisa contacted me. She bought the book, and she wanted to know how to use this book, how to get herself out there. And that's what I wanted. I wanted somebody to say, hey, how do I do this? What am I doing wrong? What do I need to do to get on track? And that's what this book is about, getting you on track, creating you a plan, and getting you out there in front of the reader. And each lesson helps you do that. So the first thing that you need to do is learn who your reader is. You do this profile in there, and you get to know who your reader is. You break her all the way down, and then give her a name so you can remember her in your mind when you're writing your books. And as I said before, each book is different, so each book will have a different reader. So Brenda is my reader for my online fiction, for my nonfiction book. But when I do my fiction book, it's going to be a whole different reader, because this person is all about reading and enjoying a good book, you know, and she wants to spend a certain amount of money on that book. I need to know all that information about my reader. How much will she spend on my book? Will she spend $10, or will she want that $2 book? You know, this is something that you need to know when you're dealing with your readership. If your book is $22, you need to be rethinking that, because will that reader buy a $22 book? Maybe if they're face-to-face with you, but if they're downloading it, most definitely not. No, why they got these 99 cents? They can get 20 books for that much. You know, so you have to think about who your reader is, how much money is in their budget, and are they willing to spend that kind of money with you? And do they trust you enough to spend their money with you? So knowing who your reader is very, very, very important when it comes to your promotion. Why? Because if you know who your readers is, then you can know where to find them. And that's lesson number 4. How to attract your readers. So In lesson number 4, I give you 16 ways you can attract your readers, and then I give you 25 ideas on to how to promote your book to these readers. All of the different, I can't say different reader profile for each book. Yes, you do need a different reader profile for each book. So if you have more than one genre, do you promote each book to your newest book or your newest book? If you have more than one genre, you can promote, you have actually, I think it's a blessing to have more than one book. I have one book and that's all I can promote. So people are like, God, they get tired of you, you feel in your head, these people getting tired of hearing about building online relationships. But when you have more than one book, you can promote one book this week, and then next week you can promote a different book, and then the next week you can promote a different book, and you can rotate it around. So if you feel that your readers are getting overwhelmed by your promotion, they're getting something different each time. When you got one book, that's all you can talk about. And you got to break it up and turn it to different things. You got to make it so exciting that they want it all, they want it. But when you have a whole bunch of books, you got 2 or 3 books under your belt, then you can rotate your promotion. And I think that's more exciting versus than having one book. So I'm looking forward to having 2 books. And I can talk about different things. But when you just got one book, it's really hard sometimes. And you feel like you're just putting too much on your readers. But what you have to remember is everybody, especially if you're using online marketing, everybody is not on at the same time you are. And so you are not overwhelming your readers unless someone sends you a message and says, girl, stop promoting, which you never probably ever will. I've been promoting for 15 years and nobody has ever sent me a message and say, LaShonda, all you talk about is books. Nobody has ever done that. So you're not overwhelming people. You think you're overwhelming people. But if you send out 3 messages a day, you probably still won't reach all your readership with those 3 messages. So it's okay to promote, and promote some more. So don't feel so bad about that. All right, so I was talking about lesson 4, how to attract your readers. Awesome. You're not a pest. Promotion, when you're doing promotion, think about commercials. Think about your favorite commercial on TV. I'm going to tell you my favorite commercial on TV right now are I think they're Target commercials, and they play some old school music that's from I guess the 90s or something like that. The music got me so bad that I downloaded Genesis, the Tom Tom Club. I downloaded the music because it was driving me. I had to hear it. I needed to buy it. I needed to listen to it. I bought Estelle song because I was talking about her hair. I like the way I wear my hair. I'm like, oh my God, I'm buying music that has nothing to do with the commercial. So that tells you, if you hear it a whole bunch of times, it gets in your head and it's going to get you, and you're going to say, okay, she kind of talking about this building online relationships. I'm going to buy that book. That's what you dream for when you're promoting yourself. You want them to say, oh my goodness, this girl talk about this book all the time. Let me see what it's about. Bam, I got you. And so that's what you want. You want to get them. And you can't get them sending 1 promotion a month. You can't. There's too many competitions out there. I tell my clients, what's your billboard? If you don't have a billboard on the road, a promotion road, nobody knows about your billboard. Nobody knows that you even exist. And it's hard. I have people come up to me all the time and say, you wrote a book? And I'm thinking I promote to everything. I tell everybody, but they don't. Everybody doesn't know you wrote a book. So you got to put it out there. My book is The Dark Secrets. Oh, I can't see right now. The Dark Secrets Behind the Pulpit. All right, Sammy, see? There you go. Put it out there. That's what you're supposed to do. Would you be surprised? All these ladies that's on here that are writers probably haven't even posted their thing. So you beat them to it. You beat them. You got your billboard on the first thing. And the best part about it is when you promote yourself out there, people remember it. And if they like it, they're going to buy it. If not, they're going to tell somebody else about it, and they're going to share. I went to a blog today. Michelle Moncu put on there blog. She's blogging about the Outlander, and I love the Outlander. That's one of my favorite shows. And she promoted another historical book in there. Of course, I went and got the sample and sent it to my Kindle. Why? Because I love historical books. And they were talking about it. We weren't even supposed to be talking about this lady's book, but that's what's on there. And so, hey, that's how you do it. And somebody says something about your book, bam, somebody. Now watch, somebody's going to be checking out Sammy's book because, bam, they promote it. I hope this is Sammy as a girl. I can't tell. I'm sorry if you're not. But if you're a man, I'm sorry. But, You know, they're promoting their books. If you don't tell me about your book, I don't know about it. They don't know about it. And so if nobody says anything about your book, you cannot sell. Well, shoot, let me. Right. Put yourself out there. Don't be shy. You know, I'm very shy when it comes to my book. I can promote everybody named Mama. As you know, as the host of Sormeg Digital, I'm promoting everybody's stuff. And so I have to learn how to promote myself. And so this is what I'm teaching you, how to get yourself out there and be the social butterflies you're supposed to be. So on how to attract your readers, go back to that. If you know who your readers are, then you know where to find them. So if you know where to find them, then that's where you promote it. So I teach about promoting online. So for instance, my readers are on Facebook, they're on Twitter, and they're on LinkedIn. So what am I doing? I'm on those platforms. I'm on there talking about books. I'm sharing content. I'm sharing graphics. I'm promoting other people. I'm talking about my book on these platforms because that's where my readership is. I'm inviting them to my promotion group. I'm inviting them to sign up for my mailing list. And slowly but surely, the people are doing that. My following is growing. My membership is growing. You know, and why? Because I'm promoting on the platforms where my readership is. Now, if you're promoting on platforms and your readership isn't there, but you're there because that's where everybody says to be at, that's not helping you. So, go and look and see where your readers are. If you already have a readership, if you have a mailing list and you have a mailing list of 50 people or more, do a mini survey on there and say, hey, which platforms are you hanging out at? And see what they say. They might surprise you. They might say, ooh, I love Pinterest. I'm on there 3 times a day. Bam, you need to be on Pinterest. Maybe they're on Instagram. I moved to Instagram because I was missing out. People were telling me about Instagrams and you post your pictures. I was thinking selfie. Wrong mentality. It's wrong way to think about Instagram. Instagram is all about your brand. Who are you? What do you represent? What is it about? It has nothing to do with selfies at all. It's all about your business, what you're doing with your business. And so I had no clue. One of the tips that of course, you know I'm about taking classes. So the lady said I was taking an Instagram class. She said your first 9 Instagram pictures should represent you and your brand. If you got stuff on there that doesn't represent you and your brand, it's time to delete. And so when somebody goes to your Instagram, the first thing they're going to see is the first 9 pictures. And so when they're looking at your brand, if your brand represented in Instagram, are you taking my neck keeps breaking up. Oh, I'm sorry. So it's asking you, you know, when you go to my Instagram page, you're gonna see stuff about promotion. You're gonna see stuff about tips about promotion. You're gonna see pictures of my book. You're gonna see stuff about me and my brand. So if I came to your Instagram page, would I see the same thing? Would I see about you? Are you talking about your books? You know, I know a lot of writers that's on Instagram and they're not talking about their books at all. They posting selfies. And they're using it wrong. Talk about your books. Let us know what your books is about. That's where the readers are. They're looking at that. They're checking it out. Yeah, they see your selfies. They look nice. I post selfies sometimes. When I went to Chicago, I posted different pictures of Chicago and different things like that. That's great. But they also, when somebody comes to my Instagram, they should know that I'm also about books too. So remember that. When you're trying to attract readers. You're not trying to push them away. You want them to come back to you at all times. They want to be getting good content from you. You know, you want to be that social butterfly that you dream to be. And so you're attracting, you know, lots of people to you. But are you attracting them because you got some great pictures of your cat? No. It's got to be about your books. They got to know. When I come to your page, am I going to come to your page and find out that Faith is a great writer? She posts excerpts about her books. She's talking about books. She's offering tips about books. Or is Faith just showing me pictures of her cat? Okay. Can I find out how to get to your website from your page, Faith? Can I order your book from your Facebook page? Or do you have a link that shows me where I can get your book from? Those are things that you got to think about when you're trying to attract readers. When somebody comes to your page and they see your cat, then they keep it moving because you're not that's not the right Faith I'm looking for. She's not talking about her book on here. She's talking about her cat. It's nice to talk about your cat. But talk about your cat, and he's talking about your book. I have a friend, she talks about her cat, and he's talking about her book. Her book, he's showcasing the book. He's laying on the book. He's opening a page to the book. That's a good cat, okay? So those are different things that you want to do when you're trying to attract people. You want them to come back to you, and you want them to be excited about your books. They want to know about your books. They want to sign your mailing list, get on your mailing list so they can know what you're doing with your books. So that's lesson 4, how to attract readers. And again, I tell you in that, it's 16 ways you can attract readers, and then I give you 25 ideas on how to promote your books with these, to the attracted readers. I can't talk tonight. Okay, so those are my 4 lessons today. I'm not going to keep you long on here because what is the way to do a book signing? Okay, I'm going to answer that one. All right. A book signing, for me, I would say I've had one right now for my book. I'm having another one. And the best ones, I think, are events. I used to do book signings for RWA, and the ones that were just one person only were the flops. The ones who had the ones that we set up with 4 or 5 people were great because more people came out. When you're a newbie, you don't want to you can do a book signing by yourself, but you want to make it into an event. You don't want it to be just a book signing. You want it to, maybe you're going to do a speech about how to write your first book, or maybe how to write your first chapter. Something to get the people there so they can see you. Most people are going to come in and go, who is that? And keep it moving. You know, so you want them to be excited about coming to your book signing. You're going to be having something going on at your book signing. You know, some type of mini event to go along with your book signing is what I recommend. I wouldn't recommend doing a book signing and that's all it is. It's just a book signing. People come buy the book. It might work. It just depends on where you're located at and what bookstore. Maybe the bookstore is helping you and stuff. You know, I've been to book signings like that, but I tell you, the best ones that work are somebody having an event. I've been to that, and you sell more books that way because you're going to ask them to bring a friend, come with me, and, you know, check this book signing out, and it works that way. If anybody else have any questions, please put them in the comments and I'll answer them after the video or during the video. Okay, so if you're interested in learning more about building online relationships on a one-on-one basis, I offer virtual tea sessions with me, and I will be posting that link in the comments after the video. It's a great way to do one-on-one training with me. And you can get a little bit more. If the book is just confusing to you and you just need some help on getting it out there, then that's one-on-one training is great. If you want somebody to just create you a plan so you can knock it out the box and you don't have to do anything, I'm good at that too. I can create you a plan, get yourself together, put it out there, and give you a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, or maybe a full year. You choose what it is you want. I'll be putting that link in the comments too. That's a great thing about Facebook Live. On Periscope, you got hold up cards and stuff, and it's crazy. I can put the links in later, so that's great. I want to thank you all again for stopping in, and hopefully this will help you start getting yourself out there. You are most welcome, Sammy, about book signing. You know, start being your social butterflies. I want you to come out of your cocoons. We've been in the cocoons too long. I've been in there. I stayed in my cocoon a long, long time. I want you to come out of your cocoon, show off your beautiful butterfly wings, and let people see you. Put up your billboard so people know that you have a book. Put up your billboard so people know you have a business. If you've got a business and nobody knows about your business but you and your mom, you got to get out there. You got to get out there. I'm telling you, you got to get out there and let people know about yourself. So tomorrow I will be back. I will be talking some more about the book, Building Online Relationships. I'm breaking it down for those who have this book and you said, oh my God, she got too much stuff in here to do. I can't do all this stuff. We're going to take it step by step because that's what you're supposed to do. I just want you to do, pick number 6, create an online budget. This budget, I'm taking, you read the pages, sit down and create your budget. I don't want you to do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. I just want you to take one chapter a month and work on it so you can get yourself out there and start promoting. I don't want you to overwhelm yourself. You know why? When you overwhelm yourself, you will not do it. You will put that book down. You will put this book down, like most of you have who have it, and go, LaShonda crazy. I'm doing all that stuff. You will, and that's what they do. I've talked to 6 authors who have this book, and they say, girl, you gave a lot of great advice. That's just too much for me. I just can't do it. No, you're trying to do too much. You're trying to do extremely too much. You did one lesson at a time. One lesson, one lesson, one lesson. Each month. So then we've done 4 lessons here. These are pretty simple. I put them together like that because they're not that hard. It may be an hour at the most to sit down and do that and figure it out. You can't, I don't want you to start going past lessons 1 through 4 unless you've done them first, because you can't do the rest of it unless you create, you answer those questions for your promotion plan, and you know who your readers are. Because if you know who your readers are, then you know where you can find them, and then you can move through the rest of the lessons, because you're going to be putting, bam, okay, if we talk about book discussions, okay, then where my readers are at the book clubs and the online book clubs. Do I have any online book clubs that I'm part of? Maybe you're not. So now you got to go do your research on finding you some book clubs to be in. But you can't do that unless you know what type of reader you have. Do you have a romance reader? Do you have a Christian fiction reader? You know, you want to know what they are. You don't want to just go into a book club group and they read erotica and you write Christian. You're not going to sell no books, okay? You need to be able to go into the book clubs that you need to be in, so you know what works for you and what doesn't. And so that's why I want you to do the first 4 lessons, knock them out the park first, and then you're ready for lesson 5, 6, 7, you know, and on and on. So those are my tips for today, and thank you so much for being a part of my first workshop on Facebook Live. To all my Facebook group supporters that are in here, I would like to see your Facebook Live link tonight. I have one person who got on there, Faith. I am so proud of you, Faith. You stepped out of the box and did something new. Go, girl. So all you who have taken the challenge, don't forget about the challenge. All right, and for those who are listening to this replay, it will be up to 7 o'clock tomorrow, and then it'll be coming down. So thank you for being here live, and thank you so much for your questions. And if you have any other questions, make sure to put them in the comments, and I will answer them after I hit finish. All right, how do you find your links? I have not posted them in there yet. I can't do any posting, but as soon as I finish this, I will be putting my posts in there. So you all have a great evening, and go get your copy of Building Online Relationships. If you don't have it, you can download it, or you can order your autographed copy from me. I will happily send it out tomorrow. All right, you all have a great evening. And one more message. If you have not promoted today, off this video and go promote your book. 15 minutes. Talk to you later.